Watch out, I'm coming for you, and it would feel like it's a dream coming true. You're mine, I already knew. You dropped that gorgeous, but you don't have a clue. Your smile could tear me apart. I dwell with this strangely aching heart. Just hold on, you'll soon be mine. I know that you're giving. So come fall in love with me. 'Cause I know we're supposed to be. Let's go home to bed now. It's more than just a game for two. It's made for me and you. I stay in your head now until you're mine. Let's go home to bed now. It's more than just a game for two. It's made for me and you. I stay in your head now until you're mine. Watch out, I'm coming for you, and it will feel like it's a dream coming true. You're mine, I already knew. You dropped it gorgeous, but you don't have a clue. Your smile could tear me apart. I dwell with this strangely aching heart. Just hold on, you'll soon be mine. I know that you'll give in to me. So
The sky so far away tonight, but I can't lose this one. Got a pride of a fallen night. Thought that I was fit to fight for us to be. You gave me life for loving me. Tell me, where did we go so wrong? We were the perfect photo line. Why don't the pictures come out right? We are emerging from the skies. How can you choose to leave me now? Don't you tell me goodbye. After all we've been through, gave my all on this bumpy ride. Thought that I was fit to fight for us to be. You gave me life for loving me. Tell me, where did we go so wrong? We were the perfect photo line. Why don't the pictures come out right? We are emerging from the skies. How can you choose to leave me Put your body on the kitchen table and move the dishes to the side. Yeah, girl, you always tend to drive me crazy, looking at me with those eyes. Yeah, put some music on, turn the lights down low, throw the pillows off the bed. Blow the candles out, move your body slow. You got something on your mind, I'ma try to help you let it go. Try to help you let it go. Try to help you let it. Baby, I still wear the shirt you gave me, 'cause it reminds me of the times when I was down and you were there to save me, telling me that I'll be fine. Put some music on, turn the lights down low, throw the pillows off the bed. I'ma try to help you let it go. You got something on your mind. I'ma try to help you let it go. Baby, I'ma try to help you let it go. Oh no. Try to help you let it go. Try to help you let it go. Need no laser beam. Need no laser, 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 need no laser beam. some rest. If I stay, I lose my breath. I'm going to find my space. We did it before. Now I'm going down. When I just wanna stay high. We did it before. Now I'm going down. When I just wanna space out. Why can't we talk about it? I don't think that you realize how far deep I'm drowning, and I don't feel that you're on my side. I need space to find myself, a little time to get some rest. If I stay, I lose my breath. I'm going to find my space. We did it before. Now I'm going down. When I just wanna stay high. We did it before. Now I'm going down. When I just wanna space out. Space out. I just wanna space out. Space out. Space out. Space out. I need space to find myself, a little time to get some rest. If I stay, I lose my breath. I'm going to find my space. We did it before. Now I'm going down. When I just wanna stay high. We did it before. Now I'm going down. When I just wanna space out. Space out. I just wanna space out. Space out. Space out. Space
Watch out, I'm coming for you, and it would feel like it's a dream coming true. Don't mind, I already knew. You drop that gorgeous, but you don't have a clue. Your smile could tear me apart. I dwell with this stranger aching heart. Just hold on, you'll soon be mine. I know that you give in.
Hi everyone, Fran here from Droneislife with a quick new product intro.
I thought I saw a light when you passed me by. The reason why I shine, you're the reason why. I thought I caught your eyes, but love is blind. I thought I saw you smile.
I'll tell you what though, I was fishing around some drawers today and I came across some really old props. Like really old props.
What kinds?
Check these out.
Oh, nice, the old ABS. ABS
Glass nylon.
Yeah. That was the original Mr. Steel HQ banana thing. And then I found a red one. I don't know who the red one belonged to.
Mr. Steele's red, and I think Rotor Riley was yellow.
Right, okay. And then I found this god-awful piece of rubbish. What's he got?
They are Gemfan 3D props from
Oh.
1815.
Yeah, I found the worst one ever, though. You ready for this? You're going to be shocked. Ready?
Oh, King Kong prop, isn't it?
No, it's a HQ prop.
Oh, HQ.
I made dragonflies out of them.
Oh, what were they thinking?
Actually, the control and grip is absolutely crazy, but the amps go through the roof. I did a little session in Bideford on nothing but those. And the control is awesome. It's like it's the next level up from quad blades. But the amps.
Yeah, I asked Mike what the difference is between the 4-blade props and the 6-blade props, and he said they look 2 props better.
Yeah,
that is it.
Yeah, he was explaining like after 4 you can add as much as you like, but you're not going to get any more performance. 4 is the maximum for 5-inch. He's like somebody else made a 5 and a 6, so we did. Same with the floppy props.
So what are they hovering then? About 80 amps?
My Kish rig wouldn't run them. It wouldn't take off. It wouldn't hover.
Would it not? Jesus Christ! I actually did have a flight with one of these, and it was just
with 1 or 4.
No, 4 of them, obviously.
You only really need 1.
I only have the 1 left, so obviously the other 3 didn't come back very well.
Yeah.
It drew too many amps and dropped out of the sky.
Oh.
100 amp hover, 110 amp going forward. Oh dear, I don't know. Right.
If you want amp hungry.
You're what?
Have you ever flown those?
Yes. They are racecraft.
Yes, they are.
50,
I went 5-1.
And they are horrid. Actually, no. Tell like I raced with them, and they're brilliant. But battery life is 0.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing 4 or 5 laps. You're like halfway around your first one. Low battery.
Yeah, they offer drag racing and nothing else.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Anyway, we're live. We went live ages ago. And good evening, everybody, and welcome to a Bizarre Fridays episode because it's a very special night. We're joined by some of the normal team and some new faces around. So we are currently joined by James. James is here.
Hello.
We're joined by Malcolm Kelsey.
Hey. Hi.
We are joined by Superfly.
How you doing?
And most importantly, we're joined by John ATTO.
Hello.
Hey.
So this evening is a bit special. We're launching a new frame from John. But more importantly, this frame is his first ever freestyle frame. Everybody knows John very well for his the sniper. I can never get this one right. The Quark. It is the Quark, isn't it?
Yeah. It is. Yeah.
And the Photon.
I was just letting that hang for a while.
Don't be mean to me. This is the first time John's done a freestyle frame. And obviously, exclusively, it's going to be released tonight. So in a couple of minutes, when you see an intro video for it, it will go live on the Drone's Life store. It's only available on the Drone's Life store for the next month, and then. So if you really want one, I have the first batch here, but I'm sure they're going to disappear really, really quickly. So without further ado, let's have a look at the video and see what it's all about. And there you go, we're back. So, there we go. The frame is called the Neutrino. John is the designer. So, John, how did it come about? What's the inspiration behind it?
Well, the reason I've never made a freestyle frame is because there's always been a freestyle frame available that was everything I wanted. So until now, I was flying the Menace Dreadnought.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
By Mikey Dread, and that was great. But recently, and people may have seen, I've been playing a lot more with really lightweight quads and building little miniature motor 5-inch, and just really enjoying the way they fly. And I wanted a freestyle frame that would fly like a race frame. I wanted it to be light and fast, but also strong. So after we had several iterations, once I'd been through version 3 or 4, it went into sort of beta testing, and a load of pilots have been flying it in secret. We've some of them not that secretly. But yeah, we came back, took some feedback from those pilots, made some changes, and now we've got the finished Neutrino frame, which is a 20x20 only freestyle frame, which there aren't that many of. And bare weight of it is 85 grams without any TPU mounts on it, which puts it solidly 45 to 50 grams less, or almost a GoPro session less than most freestyle frames.
Yeah, it is like you can feel that when you're flying it, and it feels
like a race frame.
Yeah, that's the bizarre thing. Even when you've got a GoPro and a Dare to Go Rig 1300 6S pack on the back of it, like toilet tanked, it is light. And then
yeah.
If you swap back to like
I designed.
Go on.
No, go on.
Oh, I think, and after I flew it, I did when you first sent me your first prototype, right? Built it up, and I was like, yeah, it's light. Put everything on it, slapped on a GoPro and a 6S pack, and then for comparison, I took one of my other freestyle quads with me, one that I've flown for years. Can we say the name of the other one on the show? Is that?
You're allowed to say what quad you used to fly. That's not a problem.
Well, I don't know. I just don't want to. Okay,
I
so
seem like a weird embargo to have.
You're muddying the waters, Shane. You're muddying the waters.
Well, I don't sell it anymore, so I can say it, can I? So I took my Alien with me, 5-inch Alien, which is only on 4S. So I took that out. So I did a couple of packs on the Neutrino, and I was just like, yeah, this is nice. This is light. And then when I swapped to the Alien, bear in mind the battery was 2 cells less. It was like driving a truck. It's the best way to describe it. You could feel it instantly in the throttle that you were instantly giving it more to keep it in the air.
I think there's this sort of common feeling that certainly amongst some pilots that a freestyle frame has to be heavy in order to give you the kind of throw and the hang time. But I think once you're chucking a 6S battery into the air, you're going to get the kind of throw that you want. And again, when it comes to, well, you want a really big frame because you want durability, but the truth is I'm building a full free... Well, I've got... Shall I show it off? I don't know.
Yeah, go on. The slides are running in the corner anyway, so it's fine.
I've got this one built up here, which is running a 45 amp 20mm stack. It's running a nano camera, a Thrasher, and I take that up in the air at 580 grams. The quad itself weighs 315 grams, which not long ago, in fact, for a lot of people, that's what they're racing, sort of 300-ish grams.
Yeah.
And because it's lighter, the impact is lower. And because it's really compact, the stresses are closer together. Because of the materials that I use, it's stronger than less good frames. So yeah, I found that, anybody that watches Saul's videos or my videos knows where we fly. And we've been testing it inside that go-kart track. And if it can survive that, it can survive anything, I'm not
literally slammed mine into a tree the other day. Full on central into a tree, and well, it's still in one piece. The only thing that happened is that the battery ejected and then ripped the XT60 off the ESC.
Right.
That was it.
Well, when you've got a freestyle frame that's got individual arms, then obviously all the stress goes through that one point where you fix it. Because this uses the same 6-inch boomerang arms that the sniper uses, when you have an impact on the arm, it goes through all 3 of the bolts and is transferred through there rather than having just one, and that's totally independent from the stack if you look at the bottom of it. So the boomerang arms come in, the stack's in the middle, and I found that it really takes a hit very well indeed.
Is that the retail version you've got in your hands?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Right, okay.
I've got an empty frame there as well. So that is the retail version with the prints that come with the retail version. So it's an SMA mount at the back. It's got the little battery lead saver on the side, and then it's got a nano mount there.
I didn't have that on my prototype version.
Right, yeah.
If you look, okay, can you see an XT60 cable anywhere on there? No,
that is a really lightweight version.
Yeah, but the thing is, it doesn't have all the standoffs because this was version 1, so this was missing standoffs here because it originally only had 6 rather than the 8. Yeah, and I think the middle standoffs are in a different place, aren't they?
Yeah, when it started off, in fact, I might even have a prototype one sitting around somewhere.
Can't see mine very well.
I'm not going to go off camera and look for it. So, yeah, it used to be that those standoff bolts, or the arms rather, that bottom plate where the arms go in had 3 sets of captive nuts rather than just the one in the middle.
Yeah.
And then the standoffs would go into any of the FC holes that you weren't using in that bottom plate. But by moving it across, you can now build 3 20mm stacks into it. So you can fit a flight control stack in the middle with a Vista, a DJI Vista, or a Cadix Vista rather, either front or back, or you can have a little Unify mounting board on those 20mm stacks to make it really clean as well. If you do cap those with bolts and use the other ones for standoffs, you can fit a DJI Air unit in it as well. And the prints for that will be coming soon. I'm just sort of working on those. But it will, although it's designed for nano everything, it will take a micro camera. It'll take a DJI camera as well.
Right, okay. Because on the prototype, I didn't use any of your prints, I've got to admit.
Right.
Oops. Well, no, I like faux size cameras as far as FPV cameras go. So I think I sent you the print, didn't I? I sent you some prints that look like I don't know if you can see that. I've put them in yellow. That just slide over the front, and then you can mount a faux size camera in it.
Yeah, it'll fit a 22mm as well.
I just like the bigger sensors. That's all. It's a me thing. I'm a bit weird.
Yeah,
like that. But because who else is flying one? Who had a prototype? James, you had a prototype, didn't you?
Yeah, I got a prototype. Yeah, I got my one.
It's in pieces.
Same race motors as John there.
Yeah.
3B.
Kelson Malk didn't have one, I don't think. No, they didn't.
No.
You didn't send them one, John. Shame on you.
Busy with snipers.
Yeah, true. That's a point. And then Lee, you got one, didn't you?
I did.
It is still in one piece then?
It is still in one piece. I've hit a tree route, full speed. Going back to the weight, I flew this and I took my impulse frame out as well, and I kept nosediving it because it was so heavy. I just kept nosediving into the ground. Flew this back up. It's stiff. It's strong. It's light. Does everything you want it to. It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful thing. I remember once you did.
It's beautiful. It's a brilliant frame. Absolutely brilliant.
Because we saw that one by accident, I think, on one of your Facebook live streams. Because I commented on it. He was sat in the field, right, and he had all his quads out on the floor. It was really windy, and he was like, "Okay, I got that sniper there, and I got that sniper there, and I've got that there, and that there, and I've got one oh no, shit! Whoa, hang on, get that out of the way."
Jane, would that make him the only person that's previewed the frame ahead of time on a live stream?
What, Lee?
It's a good job nobody watches it.
I was watching because I kind of missed what he was doing, and so I put in the comment, Lee, you needed a neutrino to finish off your ATTO collection. And he was like, I've got one. Oh fuck yeah, I just missed that. No.
Did everybody run the toilet tank battery mount?
I did when it was on 6S. I find it very. I find that convenient when it's on set, and it helps balance it out against the GoPro.
Yeah.
But when because I swapped it to 4S as well, just to, compare. It's going to behave different, isn't it? A 4S battery is much smaller. So then, but with a 4S, I then turned the battery around and had it lengthways.
Well, that said, if you fly the same, you should put a 6S battery on that's a third smaller. So I used to fly a 1500 4S battery, and I often fly a 1000 6S, because that's the same energy density. If you're going to do the same thing with your quad, then you want a battery that's 1/3 smaller.
And here's George. Hello, mate.
Hey. How are we all?
Hello.
I can finally show it on camera. Oh, you have no idea. I'm going to pump Instagram tonight. How are we all? What have I missed?
Are you at your girlfriend still?
Yeah.
Because your internet's much better.
Is it? Look at me. Am I all Look, I look horrible though because I've just had a day of moving crap.
Oh, nice.
Good.
So what have you thought about the frame, George?
Honestly, I love it. I think it's so good. It literally feels light as a race frame with a GoPro on it, which is weird. So it's just a dope. Like, I don't know, like I've got really super light antenna on it, little tiny weeny antenna on it now as well. So it's even lighter, little 20. I didn't get you. What would you say?
Sorry, no, I was just teasing because I've got a really, really light antenna on mine.
Oh, look at you with your little tiny mini mortal.
No, it's a Ghost.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, I saw your video, yeah.
But I don't want to get drawn into that. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I love it. I literally, I don't know, you all probably know, I broke an arm on it and a top plate the other day, but it was literally the most hardest, like literally the worst crash ever onto concrete down a really, really tall thing. And apart from that, like it's held up so well. I've crashed it a ton of times.
Let me ask you this: if you crashed it hard enough to break an arm and a top plate, did you bend any standoffs?
No, literally, look, all the same standoffs are all in there. They're perfect, man. All hardwares are the same. Haven't changed anything else. Yeah, man. Saul was nice enough to give me a top plate and an arm at the Drone's Life race the other day, so managed to get it up and running again. It was dope.
Yeah, the standoffs are the same that are on all the ATTO frames. That I'm really surprised that we don't see more manufacturers doing having these 7075 standoffs. If you don't know the difference between the two metals, 7075 is just way stronger and a tiny bit heavier. But having those super strong standoffs that won't bend in a crash will often save your frame way more than anything else, because it's when those 2 points bend that you start to snap into your frame. So having the stronger standoffs underneath and having those big flange bolts on it increases the area that you're clamping so much more. So everything just becomes stronger.
Phoenix in the chat says he loves how agile it is. Has he got one as well? Who is Phoenix FPV? Who is Phoenix FPV? Do we know?
We're all just we know Miss Phoenix FPV.
Who is he?
Don't embarrass me by not knowing people's first names.
I don't know who he is.
I haven't got track of them all.
Stephen Passmore.
Ah, there we go. Like they are.
Oh.
I said I don't know him. Do I?
Yeah, I would.
Phoenix.
Shane.
What?
I quite early on, I put like an open call out for anybody who wanted to try a couple of prototype frames because I wanted it to be a full range of pilots as well. I wanted it to be people that were going to go and fly it in bandos and people that are just going to fly it in fields, people that are going to embrace it. And it seems to do surprisingly well at that. But yeah, there's quite a few pilots that have been testing it in secret.
Mr. Wiggle says, yo. Phoenix FPV says, so he's in your heat on Sunday.
Yes. Aren't I terrible? If I saw your face, I'd go, right, Phoenix FPV. No, you.
Oh, you don't know me? Right, so a couple of because these are sniper arms, yeah. So accessories that we sell for the sniper arm, like the arm protectors and things like that, straight on, no problems.
Yeah, that's right. There's also a new set of those that have got little feet underneath, so that if you're running, obviously when you're running a bottom mount battery, you can have your Immortal T strapped under the arm. If that's how you want to mount it on this frame, there's some mounts that have got little feet on them, so you can land it flat without ruining your antenna.
Nice.
But the most fun bit really is the top mounts, rather than the other ones. This is the bit that I like the most about this frame. So when you have mounts going through TPU and then into the standoffs, you either crush the TPU or you have a weak frame that's got movement in it. There's no other way of doing it because you're going to have a layer of TPU that you're bolting into that holds everything together. So instead, into the top plate, there are 3 press nuts. That's called the tri-mount, and that's going to be present on quite a lot of the other frames that you see. So it's like mount off in the field, and then line up your next mount, 3 bolts into the frame, and then it's got a different mount on it. Yeah, I'll show you the mounting for the Ghost Antenna in a minute. I shouldn't have mentioned it. Get the frame. What's this? But yeah, so that's what, a minute to undo one mount and then put another mount on with 3 bolts, and it's super strong. It doesn't interfere with the top plate at all. So you can be in the field, racing freestyle, take that off, fit a fin on it instead or something like that, and go racing.
You should have seen the first time he designed that. He literally video called me in the evening, right? Me and Fran sat here, and he's like, why did I think of this earlier? And I'm like, what? And he just sat there like unscrewing a mount and then put another one back on. And he literally did it like 10 times in 10 minutes.
Yeah, just... once I sort of had it in my hand and realised how well it works, I was a little bit surprised that I haven't seen it before anywhere.
Because the prototype had two bolts, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
And it was a bit wibbly wobbly.
Well, what I was doing with that is I was designing the mount so they had a concave surface underneath. So as you tightened it up, it would sort of flatten out and apply pressure onto the mount. And that messed with the GoPro. And they work fine, but 3 points just gives you more options. If you want to do it with 2, save that extra tiny bit of weight, you can. But with 3, you can have a much more stable racing fin, for example, or you can have a GoPro that's extended further if you want to have extreme camera angles, or if you want to run one flat and make sure you're clearing your props with like a 10-degree mount, you can run it higher up.
Just looking at, I love the way that the first prototype I got didn't even have those press nuts in the top plate.
Yeah. How much the holes? Has two holes.
Yeah, I think some of them did. Some of them didn't.
Yeah. Oh right.
He sent me some press nuts to go in there, and I completely forgot to put them in, lost them, and now I've just got 2 like normal M3 nuts underneath, what are a pain in the bum with tweezers to get in there. But I cannot wait to get those press nuts, trust me.
Yeah, well, all the new ones, I considered leaving them out and letting people fit them themselves, but this way I can guarantee that the finish of it is really nice and it's flat against the carbon, and that it'll be strong and won't twist in there. I didn't want to leave leave people having to do that themselves.
Because, Kels, what are you flying freestyle-wise? What are you flying at the moment?
I've still got the Schizo Nova. From like,
Oh, she loves her schizo.
Oh.
I've had that for ages though. It's just a case of I was scared to change it because I'm so used to it now.
What are you flying, Milk?
Superfly.
Well, was flying a Superfly. I think we need to change that, John.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a problem.
To be fair, the GoPro mount, because the whole GoPro mount wasn't a thing on the first prototype, I ended up doing like a Mr. Steel foam wedge thing.
Yeah.
Which was great until my GoPro came off.
Yeah. The what's the one I just took off? The little wedge. Where's that gone? Yeah. I mean that's the simplest version of the mount, just a little wedge like that. That seems to bolt in quite nicely. Run a strap around it. And then there's I've got a bunch that'll all be available. All the prints will be on Thingiverse, and I've got some caged versions for Heroes and for Sessions as well.
Right, okay. Right, I have turned them live on the website, so they are now available to order. The first batch is quite small, so you need to be quick if you want one.
And the first batch also comes with a free ATTO PDB. There's a free ATTO PDB in all of the ones that you've got.
Oh yes, there is. Oh, sorry, I did unbox a retail version today as well. Just because I was nosy.
Yeah, that is the Drone's Life exclusive. They wouldn't normally have that. But if you want to put separate ESCs on it, that little PDB is as light as it gets. Will take success. Works really nicely.
Yeah, because it's this frame's not available on your site yet, is it?
No. I'm.
Oh yeah.
It's all you all the time.
Is it like that one?
That is exactly it.
That is the one. Does anybody actually even use the ESCs out on the arms these days?
Yeah.
You know what? I asked the dumbest question ever. I've got a 5-inch alien sat there with Kiss ESCs sat on the arms.
That's my whole collection is Impulse and Kiss.
I just need Kiss to do a 20x20 stack. Is exactly what I need them to do.
Just built a FetTech.
No,
we have royalty in the chat. We have HPI guy and we have Tone Star.
Yeah.
Oh,
the OGs of FPV.
the OGs.
OGs.
Well, that HBI guy. Tone Star, obviously, Tone Star's from Let's Drone Out. That is the Tone Star we're on about, isn't it?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Marchant.
See, my guest turned up this evening. Not last night though. Holy crap!
Interest.
Not Wednesday night. Tommy. Actually, Tommy didn't turn up because he had family issues. But we won't go into that now because tonight's all about John.
Right. Somebody asked me before about the
mount
on the front there. So shall I?
Yeah,
talk
go
about
on.
that?
Dare you do it?
Yeah. So this isn't what this stream's about, but you'll see on the front of there, I've got a Ghost ATTO receiver. Now this is one where Immersion released this this product called the ATTO, and I just got in touch with Tony and said, "Do you know that you've called the product?
Have you copyrighted your name?
Do you know that if people are searching for ATTO and FPV in the same sentence, that there's already, a host of stuff for that?" And he didn't realise at all, which is good that he didn't just think, it doesn't matter, but bad that he'd never heard of it.
How dare you, Tony?
I know him fairly well.
I do think your first comment was a slightly more sarcastic than that.
fine. I'm now going to have to release the frame called the Immersion RC.
Yes, I think that's more like it. Yeah.
But yeah, he got in touch with me and was very, very nice about it and sent me one of the review packs. So I've got the Ghost module in the back of my radio there, and 3 of these little ATTO receivers, which are very nice, hooked up to the Tramp, which has auto control through it. And I've been flying it a couple of days. I've got to say that pure race mode is legit. It is properly good. I was just saying before the stream started that I've never noticed the difference before between going from Spectrum to FR Sky to Fly Sky to Crossfire. I've never really noticed a difference in control latency. It's all felt pretty much the same to me, like the drone just did what I told it to do immediately. But now I know that that wasn't true. That pure race mode is the best kind of link I've ever experienced, I think. I think a lot of people, once they try it, it's going to be very similar to the DJI thing, where people don't think they need it until they try it, and then they have to have it. So whether that's this system or not, or whether that's just any system that is this fast, other systems are available. But yeah, I think my 2-day in review is exactly that. It was easy to set up. It worked really well. There's a couple of early bugs because my radio's OpenTX firmware has only just been released. But yeah, I'm not a kind of fanboy of either. I've been flying Crossfire for the last maybe 6 months or so, and it's been brilliant.
Only 6 months? What did you have before that?
Okay, just stuff that works. I mean, I don't send stuff 20 miles away. I don't need that range. I hadn't previously been brave enough to go up mountains and stuff. I got Crossfire because, to be honest, Saul got it and I was jealous. And you've seen what Saul can do with a quad. Anything that gets me closer to that, like emulating all of his gear, I'll do it.
How small are the receivers smaller than Crossfire receivers? Or do you say they're about the same?
I'll see if you can actually. Have I got a fresh one? I'm sure I've probably got a fresh one somewhere.
A fresh one?
Yeah, I've just got it.
I want a live.
Right.
So,
sitting on the top of this.
Releasing it tonight.
Sitting on the top of that mountain board is a TBS, and then that is a Ghost next to it.
It's a little bit wider, maybe, is it? Or
well,
exactly the same.
hang on a minute, that's next to it, and then that's up above it.
Right. Okay. So it's a little bit shorter, isn't it?
Receiver.
So a bit shorter and a bit wider.
Yeah.
This is the one with the larger UFL that will fit inside the auto goggles, because that's the UFL that they use. There's also a smaller one coming called the ATTO receiver, I think, which is about 2/3 the size of that. I think it's 10 by 10 mil. That has a smaller UFL on it. But just does exactly the same thing, but has a smaller UFL.
I suppose that's for like tiny whoops and stuff.
Yeah, I guess so. But if it does the same thing, I think it'll be for everybody. I don't know why you would use the bigger one.
Same amount of channels in it as well.
Yeah. It's possible. I know that the larger one or the less small one has pads on it, so you can wire straight into ESCs for a wing. It's got 4 channels. Which one is it? PPM?
PWM.
Whichever one of those it is. That's got 4 channels on it. Maybe the smaller one doesn't have it, but you'd have to do your own research on that because I haven't really looked into it.
Blimey.
But certainly just in use with no logging or anything like that, it's really impressive. Makes me smile.
Your main man, Sniper X, is in the chat. He wants to know if you can show him your build. Come on, John, wave it around.
What? Yeah.
Helicopter style.
Of what goes in this neutrino, you mean?
That's the one.
Okay, so in this, I've got an HDLRC 745 stack. I've recently started flying for HDLRC, and you know, the stuff they're bringing out at the moment is amazing. Their F7's absolutely great, and I've been putting huge amps through this. I've got a full-size tramp in there because it's the only. I wanted to test the Ghost tramp communication. That works nicely. I've got a Nano Foxeer Predator in there. I've got a Menace Thrasher on it, and then 3B B75 2207.5 1900 kV motors and MCK props.
Beautiful.
Is everything. Have I forgotten anybody? No.
No. So no, I'm actually starting tonight at 9 o'clock. There is a pre-recorded video going out at 9 o'clock tonight. I've started to do a build video on one of these frames. Admittedly, don't get too excited about the first build because it's literally putting the frame together and that's about it. So it's literally that frame that's got...
Spoiler
alert! But
waving it in front of a webcam, isn't it?
Yeah. But I am using those puppies.
No.
Oh. So
yeah,
it's
those
gonna,
motors are well built.
Yeah, they're gonna be. It's gonna be a 6S build, this one. So 1925 kV on these.
Nice.
And that's a 2207.6 motor.
Ooh.
So it's gonna fucking hoon. What's going on in the chat? Tone Star says toilet tank. Yes, you can use it. Toilet tank.
Hell yeah.
Toilet tank all the other way.
Yeah, it's got an indent in the top plate there. You can see, so it will grip a regular battery strap, and then if you don't put anything on the back, you can put a second battery strap on the back there behind the standoffs, so it all stays very sturdy.
So you can have toilet tank or normal. It swings both ways.
Undermount if you really, really want to.
Finley said he needs those motors. Everybody needs these motors.
I'm sure he's talking about the 3B motors there.
No, he's not. He's not, James. He's not. Again, James, where can you buy them in the UK?
Banggood.co.uk.
To be fair, right? The 3B rep, and I can't remember her name. John, you must have said something. Yeah, that's her. She messaged me the other day, and she's like, "Morning, Shane." And I was just like, "Okay, here we go. Here comes the hardened sales pitch." And she went, "How are you?" And I went, "I'm good, thanks." And then she never said another word after that.
She must be considerate.
She was probably genuinely wondering who you were.
I was like, any minute now she's going to go, "Here's a price list." Spoke to John. No. Actually, whilst the chat's going on, and in the chat is HPI guy, isn't it? What did you call him, James? OG. Yeah, we need to extend an invitation to that guy to come on. So
yes, definitely.
HPI guy, if you need to come on, send us a message on Facebook Messenger and we'll get you on.
Hang on. That means the whole thing's going to be about koi and e-bikes.
I have no problem with this. Oh no, actually it won't be because he owns an electric skateboard.
Oh, all right. E-bikes and electric skateboards.
And e-boards, yeah, absolutely. Even though he works for the enemy.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. I don't mean that. Right, any other questions I missed in the chat?
We've got the Crashcraft running 5125 props on this. I've heard that report that the 5125
he did.
Which are super lightweight props. I'm flying them on 150 gram 5-inch, and he's flying them on the Neutrino. Loves it. So he's getting the same effect as doing a throttle cap, but he's just getting loads and loads of resolution and props that will change speed instantly because there's almost no resistance to them.
Yeah, higher RPM. Yeah,
I'm interested to try them out. Just for cruising around, I'm sure they're really nice.
I've got them. I've never ever tried them. What are they? 5125s?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, they
So
look,
I've got
they
my
look
28
ultra skinny.
kV man.
I see Jamie's on. Look, banded. He needs a neutrino in his life. He needs to get rid of that apex and have a neutrino. But yeah, no.
Okay, yeah.
When we met Crashcroft, when he came down for the event on obviously the Saturday before, we were all like hooning. I can't stop thinking about Eric Konate every time I say the word hooning now. Yeah, he rocked up with his neutrino and had these SO props on them, SO 5125s, and it just sounded. Do you remember how 5-inch quads used to sound like back in the day? They used to really scream, didn't they? Really high. It just sounded like that. It was awesome.
Yeah, wicked.
Honestly, it sounded like he had a set of them on board.
50-45s, get on.
I don't even know what they are.
50-45, I think.
There'll be 50-40s, those. The ones that look.
40s, are they?
Yeah, 50-40, I think. Yeah.
See, this is back in the day where they didn't even bloody mark them.
Downstairs, I've got some glow in the dark bi-blade 50-30s.
Glow in the dark. If that was the most pointless invention I've ever seen.
What is the point of that? So
I've got some chrome gym fans somewhere.
Oh, I had loads of those.
Oh.
You just like
Chrome
fart near
gym
them and they
fans,
just
they're the
explode.
ones.
2 people in the chat are asking when the lightweight race frame is released. After this, basically. It is ready, and stock of that is on the way. So when that is here, I will tell you. But we are weeks and days out, not months.
And what motors are you testing that frame with, John?
Right now, the 3B.
Liar!
That sounds like a good motor, John. Tell us more.
I won't. Only about the 3B motors, Jane. Glad you asked. No, so I'm running 2 of them. One has got the 3B 1408 2800 kV, which is performance-wise is about identical to the 1607s that I'm running from Apex, which is the 2825s, because they're more powerful but also a tiny bit heavier. But the 1607 is the right size for it. It's got a bigger bearing. The 1408s they're designed for 3-inch quads, so the bearings on them are tiny, and I've been just literally blowing the bearings up on them. I did a full race at Laxton on a set, and it did punish them a little bit. But those Apex are really nice, really a well put together motor.
I've only got one thing to say to James. So I just spat all over my microphone. Juicy. It's juicy.
Well, I've had conversations with people before where they've been extolling the virtues of motors and how much better they are than the 3Bs I've been running, when I know that 3B make the motors they're talking about. So that's fun.
I know you're not going to tell us, John, but who cuts the carbon for this? Is this hand-lovingly crafted by yourself?
Yeah, that's right. I press it overnight. No, you're right. I'm not going to tell you because I don't want other people to be able to get it. But it's T700 carbon if you care about what the material is. And I spent a long time trying to find somebody that you can give designs to in China and they won't turn up on Banggood. And has, because I've done that before.
Oh really? Have you been cloned already?
There is if you go back through the history of one company that I'm not going to mention, in fact, so you can't. But yeah, you can go back and you can find a perfect, literal carbon copy of the Photon. Yeah.
Wow. So no one cloned the sniper yet then?
Not that I've seen, certainly. But the Photon is easier to spot because it's pretty much the only frame that's got that much stretch on it. It's quite unique in that way.
Oh, and it's only got a single plate, isn't it?
Yeah. you can instantly tell. But it was just, the way it's put together, the shapes of everything, it's just exactly the same.
Tone Star says the T700 is from Terminator.
It's T800.
Yeah, that's right. It is future carbon.
Liquid carbon. Love it. A question about the quad blade props. What's the advantage over tri blades?
Who wants it?
Higher RPM.
Grip.
Yeah, it's grip.
Well, Kelsey would know. She races them all the time.
I race them because of the grip on like corners and stuff. I don't know all of the technical things about it.
It's a bi-blades.
Typically, a quad blade will have a lower pitch to give you the same thrust, so the prop will move faster despite the extra weight, because it's not that much weight compared to the pitch. You have a lower resistance, it'll accelerate and brake faster, and you get more grip, but it's less efficient.
They're the ones I race.
What are they?
Hurricane X ones, aren't they? 51455.
So not HQ then.
I'm literally wearing a Gem Fan shirt.
Do you realise the only people that are sponsored by props and get wound up really easy are Gem Fan pilots?
No, Shane, you're the only one that gets wound up.
No, not at all.
We just keep going, Gem Fan.
Yeah, we say Gem Fan because then as soon as you say Gem Fan, Shane just goes, but it's not you.
No, it's not.
No, Shane, it's not.
To be fair, at the moment I am completely and utterly in love with the Azure Vanover props.
Yeah, it's a good prop.
And then there's like total silence.
Yeah, Saul runs those. He likes them.
Yeah.
They're very nice cornering.
Yeah. And then the Johnny version for freestyle, but I tend to find you've got to go up a lot more on the throttle to make it happen with us, because they're not a 5-inch prop, they're a 4.8 from what I remember.
Right.
But yeah, they're ultra smooth for freestyle. I did one actually on my neutrino is a set.
They're quite bendy. They're quite flexy props.
Yeah, they are actually.
What you're describing there, that lack of response but really smooth flight is what you get with bendy props.
Yeah,
flatten out.
It's designed for cinematic purposes, isn't it? To get that ultimate smooth GoPro footage.
Well, if you've got your prop there and you give it loads of beans, and the prop will bend out like that, and then the quad will catch up with it, so it kind of dampens everything that it does.
Yeah, no, they're very nice. And they're really quite durable. I do like the HQ props, but I find that they're not as, I will admit it, they're not as durable as Gem Fans.
I ripped all the blades off mine.
See?
Several times.
But they have stupid amount of power, don't they? HQ props.
R38s are nice.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, the thing is, you crash in with a set of Hurricanes, you can clip a gate on a track and it'll bounce off and just keep going. And then with a HQ, you're lucky if you can get away with that. More in fact with the V2Ss, because they were actually made out of a harder material than the V1Ss. So the V1S is actually a better prop, but has more flex in it. So
yeah, well, I mean, these days we're just arguing about which good prop is better for one thing or another, right? I mean, we all remember glass nylon props and things that you like on every crash everything would shatter and you'd have to change 4 props. I can't remember flying anything modern that was really bad. The flight controllers are very clever now. You can get a good flight out of pretty much anything.
That was bad. Let's not lie here. That was freaking bad. Tone Star says he loves
get them as well.
Say again, Lee?
You have to walk and go get it as well with glass nylon.
Yeah, absolutely.
None of that turtle mode.
Tone Star says he still loves his 50/40 dowel props.
Nice.
See, I don't get that because I.
Good prop.
I'll send him a big box of them.
Dowel props are so cheap, aren't they? They're like stupid cheap compared to the rest of them.
Right.
But you get what you pay for, I suppose. Absolutely. So, right, let's round things up because I now need to go out and meet the wife and go drinking.
Look out. Look out, Plymouth.
It's freaking Friday night, isn't it? No, actually, where is did a HBI guy say, did he reply and say he was going to come on, or did he just literally put a comment and bug it off?
I'll text him.
You going to text him, Mike House?
What?
You going to text him?
Yeah.
Go on then. I'll wait for. Well, hang on until we get a reply.
Wait for a reply.
Just say you're on timer to reply.
You're on timer to reply, yeah. But I mean, to sum it up, so the frame is now available. It is on Drone's Life only. It's in stock. It's ready to go. The first batch is here. Actually, he's just sat over there on the floor behind me. I need to buy more colourful boxes to put them away. But I love
hopefully, you don't need to put them away.
No, hopefully I shouldn't need to put them away, should I?
Yeah.
But the thing is, if I leave them on the floor, right, it bugs the crap out of Fran. She'll come. It will absolutely wind her up, which is, it's fine. It's fine by me. So yeah, it is available.
In this video chain, they'll all be gone anyway.
I know.
There's spares as well on the site, isn't there?
There's what?
Spares on the site as well, like arms.
Yeah, obviously the arms are the same as the sniper arms. So if you need a spare arm,
6-inch.
Yeah, you need a 6-inch.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention though that if you want to run a little baby lightweight 4-inch freestyle frame, you can just put the 5-inch sniper arms on it, and it'll be a 4-inch freestyle frame.
No, he says it.
Yeah, I just completely forgot to mention that. but that is an option. If you already have, spare sniper arms, you can build the world's first hybrid freestyle frame.
Backward hybrid.
For no reason.
Absolutely. So, what's the price? What's the retail price of this?
It is $59.99.
Bargain.
So
absolute bargain.
Because
quality kit.
I think. This one I've got next to me that's built up to what you sort of get in the box. That's 92 grams. I think. Yeah, I think I've priced it where you won't be able to find one of those anywhere for that money.
Absolutely.
You also get stickers. You can't forget to mention the stickers.
PDB.
PDB. And isn't there a keyring in there?
There is. Oh, there's a new thing actually. There's a new one. There's a new Shane. You might just have to open a box. So you get one of those.
I've got one. So you get
keyrings.
You get that one.
But you also get an SMA spanner now.
Oh, yeah, but I've got a little A in mine.
I had a prop spanner.
It's just a little, and again, a little ATTO keyring, but the bottom section of it will fit an SMA for your goggles.
Nice.
Superb.
Yeah, that replaces the old spanner. Else is just
Oh man, now all the secrets are coming out. Look, we were saying this earlier.
I don't think there's anything we haven't covered on it.
Jason,
except if you buy one, you are going to need a Torx wrench. You're going to need a T10 Torx wrench, but I think they're available from your local shop, Droneislife.
They are.
And Allen keys fit them if you don't have a Torx.
Allen keys round them off.
Yeah, get a Torx bit.
So yes, we do sell them, like nice little Torx driver available on the store. See?
One day, everybody will have 7075 standoffs and Torx bits, and I'll be happy.
With Apex motors.
Definitely.
Done my job. 3 people.
What? He says 3B, but he's ripping one with Apex on it. Shh.
Yeah, no, I'm not hiding that at all. Those little baby 1607s are amazing.
I haven't put them on anything yet. Saying that since we stocked them, they've overtaken the sales of the Ethics Cine Rats for the Cine Whoop stuff. People use them on the Cine Rats and Cine Whoops like galore because they're just the 6S versions are amazing. Escape FPV says Talk Heads is a nice touch.
Yeah,
Jason,
and again, we did show it closely enough, right? They're not just regular talks. They've got the wider flange around them, so it's basically the same area of carbon underneath and on top. It's 6 mil underneath and 6.5 mil under the bolt.
yes, so washer built in
than before. And you don't have to tighten them up as much.
Jason in the chat, I can't say his surname, forgive me. You said you think of everything, man.
Right, but we have been making the frame for a really long time. There were several versions of it before any of these pilots got it, and you've all had it for a while, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I slammed my nose first the other day into a tree, and it sounded really bad. And well, basically, we were at the forest, and the challenge. Me and James have been there loads of times, and the challenge is that you go out the side of the forest and you do the almighty power loop, and then as it comes over the top, starts diving. You have to pick a hole in the canopy of the trees, and then kind of go through it. So I did the power loop, and then I was looking down, and there was this tiny black hole in the canopy, because you can never see what's on the other side until you're actually halfway through it, can you? And the camera adjusts.
Fine.
Yeah. It's just like I was like, I was there with Kelsey and Malk and Jaws, Mr. Wiggles, Paul.
So the pressure was on.
Sorry.
So the pressure was on.
Oh yeah, the pressure was on. I was like, fuck it, I'm going for it. I'm committed now. I'm halfway through diving this thing, and I've gone through the hole in the canopy, and as the camera's changed to light, I've dived completely into the middle of the tree, and I'm now staring at the top of the trunk with all the branches coming off it, and it's just the almighty crash that you've ever heard. And I was just like, clearly it unplugged, because the videos went. I was like, oh my god,
that moment where it goes to blank.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I might have just killed the neutrino, and because I walked over to it. Found the battery, right? Still, the XC60 was still plugged in.
That's never a
with
good
two
sign.
bare wires on the other side that were going like this, and then found the quad, and the quad was perfect, utterly perfect. I was just amazed, but yeah, I just literally just ripped the obviously the battery came out, and then just ripped the XC60 off the ESC.
Definitely want to use one of those.
It wasn't available at the first prototype, was it?
Again, another thing I forgot to mention. This little bit on the mount is it's the same camera mount as all the other ATTO frames at the back there. So there's actually a load of stuff you can get that will slot into the back for various antenna mounts. But if you want, you can also clip this section off, this little bit that comes in, and then have the battery lead coming out the back of the frame, if that's what you prefer.
Oh, that's handy.
You can, yeah, I know you'd like that, James.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. Yeah, spot on.
He's all over
nice,
it,
mate. That's a nice touch. That is. I like that.
Yeah.
James, Kelsey, any news?
From HBI.
Yeah, he takes us straight back.
He texted me straight back, and he said, "Not sure, mate. I don't fly now." So I said, "It doesn't matter."
It doesn't matter. We just want to see what he's up to.
Yeah.
He's OG enough to have on anyway.
Yeah, he's one of the great legends.
He's a legend.
Yeah, absolutely. He needs to be on here.
Not anymore. He's now immune to controversy, so he can say.
I don't know. He'll still pick up on something. He loves a little strop every so often.
I just need to prod his brain for his sense of humour, because some of the stuff he comes up on Instagram is just freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
Shane still can't get over the one with the guy with the horse.
No, the guy with the horse was just legendary. And this week is so fucked up. How fucked up is fucked up. That's pretty fucked up.
Oh my God.
Well, I hope you get him on. He's one of my favourite people.
Yeah.
He'll be very entertaining.
Mine too. Yeah.
Or there was the video of him and James on the way back from, is it Korea?
Yeah, in
the airport.
airport.
Yeah.
Or we put okay, maybe.
Oh, we don't need a maybe. We don't need a maybe. We need a definite. Just tell him it's for shits and giggles. It's all it's about. And if he wants to give what's he called, Tom Smith a nudge as well, he's more than welcome to. What did you say?
You can't read that out.
You can't read that out.
No, I'm laughing because what's his name?
Tattoo guy.
Thingamy-bob.
You know,
The mythical tattooist.
So the problem is,
Yeah, lad.
when you get to my age, the brain's going. You know what I mean?
I know, I was there a few years back.
Yeah. Ask Fran, because Fran this Friday, Fran is 40 years old.
Oh, can't believe you said that.
I did. I've been winding the shit out of her all week.
My God, you're a dead man.
Yeah, that's James's genuinely shocked face, isn't it?
Jesus Christ.
This is happening in real time.
Can we slow them? That's gonna be an Instagram moment tomorrow. You watch.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's gonna one found dead in Plymouth, holding a bottle of gin still.
Well, no, because next week on the show we need to do. Because obviously we're not around on the Friday, so we need to do the whole happy birthday bit and sing to her on the live stream.
Oh God.
Oh, wait a minute. Hang on, I've got a text.
I need to have written approval before I.
Oh, it's not Fran, thank God.
Yeah, you're dead.
Don't come home tonight, pal.
Yeah. Enjoy the sofa.
Have you seen my new sofa? It's freaking comfortable as hell. She won't hear that. Go on, Kaz, what did you say?
She ain't listening.
Yeah, possibly. Hopefully by this time she's already drunk.
What? What have we done? Oh, shit.
I love that. Tonestar says reckons I'm dead.
Yeah. I'd agree.
Well, I'm working hard on next weekend's birthday for her. So we've got gifts for her.
I'm going to suggest you stop talking now on the live stream before you give away even more stuff that you
No.
don't.
She's got a nice neutrino for her birthday.
Got this amazing surprise.
Yeah, nice neutrino. 3B Hobby Motors.
No. This is true.
Gem fan props.
If
I give her 3B Motors and Gem Van props, I'm definitely on the couch.
That sounds like an awful. I don't know what your problem is.
Brilliant. I'd love that.
Oh dear, no. Oh yeah. Like I said, I've organised presents, drink, breakfast, champagne. So the Friday, she's got the Friday off work, right? And I kid you not, I've bought her a bottle of Dom Perignon for breakfast. Holy shit balls!
Bloody hell. How much profit are you making on this frame?
Nothing. This is all done out for kind love and care. All right, John.
Yes, absolutely. This is all done for paying for the 100 that we broke in prototyping.
Yeah. After these sales, we'll just break even. It's fine. Finley says I'm dead meat. Escape says, "Are you sure that's for her and not you?" Maybe not. Frame looks sick. That's from Floaty FPV. And Tone Star says, "Bless." I don't know what the bless is for. Is that for my little Franny? I don't know. Do we think, right? I do need to go, but do we think that we need to get like the Tone Star on one week?
Yeah, we should get the whole LDO. Yeah. We should get the whole LDO lot on because they had us on, so we should get them on.
Because
that'd be a great laugh.
Fran loves Jack. She thinks Jack's lovely. I don't know why.
You said that like you just weren't saying anything about the others.
She does. She loves Jack. She always feels sorry for Jack. She's like, Jack's my favourite. She keeps saying. I don't have a problem with any of them, but she likes Jack. I'm waiting for Tonestar to answer in the chat.
He says I'm lovely.
Who is Escape FPV?
I don't know his real name.
We don't know anybody's names.
No, I'm really crap with them. It's like when I used to own a garage. People come in and go, I saw you the other way. Did you? And like they tell me their name, and I'm like, who are you? And they go, oh, I drive the Fiesta. Oh yeah, lady with the Fiesta.
Oh yeah.
Know the car, don't know the face.
Yeah.
He's not answering the question. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up because I need to go.
I
need to go and get drinking. Sorry?
Thanks very much for having me on to talk about the frame.
That's all right. That's no problem. I always knew we were always going to start talking shit towards the end because that's what we do. It's just one of those things. So,
yeah,
anyway.
I'm shameless about this. Everyone go buy this frame. It's
absolutely
very good. What can I tell you?
Everybody needs one of these in his life.
Everyone go buy ATTO's frames.
Yeah, don't stop there.
Buy it now, buy.
Go buy it.
Okay,
Get everything.
Got the phones on.
With the Apex motors. no 3V wanted.
Whatever.
3V.
You can't bloody buy them in the UK. Oh dear. Right, there you go. Right, let's let it out, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. A big thank you for John for giving us an exclusivity on this frame this evening. Fingers crossed, everybody just needs to go and buy it. It is truly an amazing frame. I mean, I've been flying it for months now, and it's just been, it's up there with the best, if not the best. So go and do it. So on that note, let's end it there. So it's a goodbye from Malcolm Kelsey.
Goodbye.
It's a goodbye from Jab.
Goodbye.
It's a goodbye from Superfly.
See you guys.
And our guest of honour this evening, it's a goodbye from John.
See you later.
Until next week, guys. On Wednesday is the Sharpoo special. Don't miss that. So we'll see you then. Till there, take care.